Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Are we live? There's the counter. Can you guys see me? Hello, hello. I haven't seen it on my phone yet. Hello, guys. Hello, hello. Bring it up. All right, I see myself. All right. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, everyone. The 3rd of September already, which is crazy. Crazy bananas. I hope everybody had a good Labor Day weekend. It was a long weekend. Mama Pam and I went to a couple markets on Sunday and Monday. There's this huge one up north of Grand Rapids, and they only do their markets on the actual like holiday. And I went up there on Memorial Day by myself. Mama Pam actually hasn't been up there in like 3 years, maybe. Quite a while. It's huge. I was telling Misty, I think I told William, I might have mentioned it to Karen as well, that the most amount of people I have ever seen in my lifetime is at Disney World, but the second is at this flea market. I don't know why there's so many people that en masse to this market. And we get there early, so we can get in there as soon as they open. And then get through it before the walls of people come in, because once it opens at 8 a.m. Once it hits like 10, it's like wall-to-wall people. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So we like to get in and get out. I think it took us 3 hours this time, or a little over 3 hours to get through it this time. It's pretty big. So I did find some things too, but it's like in a park. You get dirty and dusty, and you can't wear nice things. You gotta grub it out, and yeah, but it's worth it because we always find some treasures. So hi everyone, welcome in. Thanks for being here with me tonight. I decided I think the tail end of last week that I kind of wanted to getting in the fall spirit, breaking out the Halloween and the fall goodies. So I thought I would do a little pop-up sale tonight. I do have some more fall Halloween related sales. Besides Fantastic Finds, Jason and I will be doing an all Halloween sale on the 15th of September. So that will be a Monday. We did have to shift a couple days around. So that's coming up. And I will be doing a couple Sunday sales as well with some guests. And I will talk about that later as we get a little bit closer. But that's going to be fun. I might do another pop-up. I have a lot of Halloween stuff. Actually, surprisingly, when I got out my bins, I was like, oh my goodness, I have more than I thought I had. But I do have a mixture of general fall things, so fall critters, fall colors, and some Halloween mixed in as well, because as you know, I do like to break out my witchy hats throughout the season. So that was a good excuse to get that out of the closet. So hello, everyone. Welcome. Okay. I am going to go through the chat. We'll briefly go over how the sale is going to work tonight, and then we will get right into it. I can't remember. 22. I have 22 rounds tonight, which I think that might be the most I've ever done in a solo sale. I'm not sure how much I usually do for my handmade, like all handmade, like Easter, Christmas, sort of thing. It might be the most. I'm not sure. But I just started pulling stuff and I kept finding something else. I was like, oh, this is cool. So that kind of what happened. It snowballed into a big pile of stuff. All right. William was first in the chat tonight. Hello, William. Good to see you. Thank you for being here as always. I'm going to get my chat settings fixed. All right. I see Heather Gibbs is in the chat tonight. Heather, good to see you tonight. Karen G. Hey, Karen. Karen's going to be bid ending for me tonight. I also see Kim is here in the chat with us. So Kim's also going to be helping out in the chat. Thank you so much, Kim, for being here. And Karen. Sandy B is here. Hey, Sandy. Debbie's with us tonight. Hey, Debbie. Good to see you. Let's see. I see Judy's with us. Hey, Judy. Good to see you as well. Kathy, welcome in. Kathy Forbes, good to see you tonight. Thanks for being here. Sharon's with us. Hey, Sharon. Diane, hey, good to see you, lady. Thanks for being here. Paula's with us. And Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Good to see you. Caroline. Hey, Caroline. Good to see you. All right, we're going to skip through. Cindy Lou. Hey, Lee. How's it going? Tina's here. Hello, hello. Retro D is here as well. Ashley, I hope you're doing better. I hope you are doing a little bit better since last time I heard from you. But thanks for being here. Glad you can join us tonight, too. Janine's here. Hey, Janine. Good to see you. Wings. Hello, Wings. Let's see. Aaron's here. Hey, Aaron. Scroll. Helen's here. And Mary's here. And Trina, I just saw pop in at the bottom of the chat. Hello, hello. Welcome. Okay. I think I have reached the bottom of the chat. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Thank you all for joining me tonight. All right. Oh, Sam. Hey, Sam. Pink Elephant Parlor. Hey. Thanks for being here in the chat. Good to see your name pop in. I know I never get to make your sales. Like, I see your awesome previews all the time, but I never get to come on one of your sales. One of these times I'm gonna be able to pop in and come to one. Seems to be like I'm always gone or something is going on. All right, I'm going to briefly go over how the sale is going to work tonight. Most of you are familiar faces to me, so you know how this works. But in case we have new faces in the Lurker Lounge or somebody that pops in that hasn't before, I will go over that briefly. But most of this is old hat to everyone. All right, but I have updated the slides for spooky season. Okay, so first and foremost, you want to make sure you're in the best version of the chat that you can be in. So make sure in live chat all messages and not top chat. If you are for some reason in top chat, it is going to filter out some of the comments. I don't know why this is even an option, but it is. And just make sure in live chat. That's pretty much the easiest way to put it. We do have a lag here on YouTube, unfortunately. So I do encourage you to refresh often. You can't exit out of the sale or exit out of YouTube completely and come back in. The quicker way to do that is if you touch my little yellow winking kitty icon up there in the corner. If you touch up there on your mobile devices, so a tablet or a phone are going to be faster options for you if you do plan to bid on anything. If you touch that corner up in the upper right, you can find a gear wheel icon and find playback speed. Hit 2 times. If you're lagging behind at all, I will sound funny until you're caught back up with me again. If you're watching on a computer, you can also find the gear wheel icon in the lower right-hand corner. If you're on a TV, I know a lot of you watch on the TV. I don't know how to help you because I don't know what the settings look like on a TV. But most people, I believe, watch the broadcast on the TV and then have a phone or a tablet open to see the chat. That's the best way that I can tell you to watch it on the TV. I will be doing all auction style tonight, so I will give you a starting price. I will pin it up here on the screen. I will give you any kind of information I know about it and measurements, and note if there's any kind of issues, if there's any kind of damage or repairs, chips, that sort of thing. I will do my best to show everything to you live here on the screen. If you're interested in bidding on anything tonight, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat, and I will highlight the chat as I see the bids come in. So I'll highlight the bids and they'll pop up on the screen in the left corner, and I will do a 20-second countdown tonight. I do encourage, if you're interested in something, to bid early rather than late. Inevitably, if you wait too long to put anything in there, a lot of times those bids will come in after the bid end. So get your bids in early and often. And the highest bid that I see come in before Karen G's bid end will be the winner. I do have to go by what I see on my end to be the most fair to everyone. Your chat may look different. Typically, you will see your comments above everyone else's, but if you go out and refresh, you should see the correct order of the chat. And I am doing just in cases here tonight. So all that I ask is that you have one straight bid in on the item that I'm showing. You can put that in at any point in time. As long as you get one bid in there, then you're welcome to utilize the just in case bid during the countdown only. And the just in case is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item plus the letters JIC, type that into the chat during the countdown. And if your just in case bid is the highest before Karen's bid end, I'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. But keep in mind, if there's multiple just in cases put into the chat, those do turn into regular bids. All right. And if you win an item tonight, I do need an email sent to me, and I will show that on the screen as we get going into the sale. But if you're a brand new buyer to me, or maybe it has been a while, it's always good to just send that information again. So I need your YouTube screen name, your real name if it's different from your screen name, your full shipping address, and an email that I can send a PayPal invoice to. I do only invoice in PayPal, but if you don't have a PayPal account, that is okay. You can still shop. Just let me know when you send that information that you need a guest checkout link when I do my invoicing, and that will be on Friday this week because I do have another sale here on my channel tomorrow night. It's Fantastic Finds at 8 p.m. Eastern with Jason and Mother Tucker's Antiques. So invoicing will go out on Friday. All right. So if you want a guest checkout link, just let me know, and then I can send a direct link to you when I send the invoices out on Friday. And keep in mind, when invoices are sent out, they are due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving. And shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional. Do use Pirate Ship to get the discounted shipping rates. And that is why I need your full shipping address to calculate your shipping. I do have shipping available to anywhere in the US, Canada, and Australia. And Jason's not here, so I'm not going to have him talk about that last point. So I will put my email up here. Make sure and send me your information. During the sale would be preferred, or as soon as the broadcast is over, just so I have that information when I go to do my packing and invoicing on Friday. And yes, Fantastic Finds normally scheduled this week, so tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you purchase anything from me tonight, I'm happy to combine ship with anything that you may get tomorrow night, as long as it's safe to do so. I don't like to cram things in the box. So if it ends up being larger, sometimes we have to split into 2 packages. My goodness, you guys are chatty in the chat. Holy cow. I see Beth popped in there. Hey, Beth. Good to see you. Miss Farrar. Hey, Shannon. Good to see you tonight. My goodness, you guys, super chatty. Super chatty tonight. Nikki Moss. Hey, Nikki. Good to see you. And I think I got everybody. If anybody else popped in there, welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, I'm going to get started since it is 7:15. You guys have heard me blab on about sale rules and such for long enough. So let's get to the vintage. I kind of mixed Halloween and fall together. There's not any sort of order of things tonight. So we're going to start with some shakers. Yes, if you all could give me a thumbs up, that would be amazing. If you could thumbs up the broadcast. All right, let's see. We're going to start with some shakers in the form of black cats. Meow, meow. Let's start off with some kitties tonight. Speaking of kitties, Parmesan's back there snoozing it up. He's been there for about an hour. He's been sleeping back there for about an hour. So we'll see how long that lasts. All right, so these are cutie pie little kitties. All right, they are black kitties, and they are salt and pepper shakers. Now, these are a different manufacturer. PY Japan did manufacture some cats that look pretty darn close to this. These are not the PY ones. Their bottoms are a little bit different. I have actually sold the PY ones before, and the PY ones do not have cold paint. Now you can see there is a little bit of paint scratching. Ashley, I see you. Thank you so much. There is a little paint. So the bow is yellow and red, kind of mustard and ketchup bows going on there. There's a little bit of paint scratching on the bows, and their eyes and noses are also cold painted. So there's a little bit of paint loss on this one's nose, but I don't think it's like terrible. There is a lot of the paint left on the bows. There's no chips or anything on the ceramic part that I can tell you about. They're in good shape otherwise. A little bit of crazing in the glaze, but that's about it with them. They do both have plastic stoppers on the bottom. Okay, cute for Halloween, but cute for every day. They're not like spooky black cats. I just thought that they were cute. you know, it's a good transition into the fall season, and they can certainly stay out as well. Measurement for these guys, I'm going to tell you that real quick before we count them down. They are 3¼ inches tall by 2 inches, and they do have 3-hole and 2-hole, so they are the correct set. All right, Nikki right now has the high bid at 19. I saw Ashley was in there as well. So we are looking for 20 or more on the little black kitty shakers. And I'm going to count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meow, meow. Bid end. And we were getting some rain last time I checked. Not supposed to have any thunderstorms tonight, I don't believe. So hopefully we won't have any internet issues. All right. I see Ashley had a just in case of 26, and Nikki had a just in case of 42 right there before Karen's bid ends. So Nikki, they are yours for 27. Thank you so much. I'm going to write that down and set those down. And I forgot to mention at the beginning, if you have not seen my special Halloween Meow Meow stickers, so this is a very hard to find planter that I have in my personal collection that I probably will never part with. But the easy way to share is to make it into a sticker. So if anybody wants to purchase a sticker tonight, you can email me and let me know. They're $4. They are the waterproof vinyl, so you can wash them. You don't have to worry about it. So like cups, you know, I have a lot of other people's vinyl stickers on my cups and things. They can get wet. So if anybody wants a sticker, it's a 3-inch waterproof vinyl. They're $4 here. They're $5 over on VAMP. So if anybody wants one of those, let me know. All right. It was an estate sale that I got up super early so I could get that. Yes, it's made by Relpo, in case you are curious to ever go look it up. It's a pricey one. That is for sure. All right. Let's go to some Halloween next. And this is fun. I love this guy. It's a little candy container, and he's going to start at 16. And he is Mr. Pumpkin Man. He's a businessman. He's a business pumpkin. He's dressed in a suit and tie, which I enjoy. I'm here for it. So these originally would have come with like multicolored little rainbow candies, like little dot candies or sprinkles almost on the inside of these. But I love these just empty like that. His paint is pretty good on his face. So sometimes with these, because the lid, you know, you're meant to take the pumpkin head off and on, where you know, take it on and off would probably rub a lot of that paint off of there. But his paint is still really lovely here on the head. And you can see he's very highly detailed. If it were me, I would probably fill it with like glitter, maybe put something in there, something interesting in there. He does stand on his own. Hello, Margie. Thanks for being here. He does stand. If I have a level surface, he will stand. But he's super lightweight plastic. He is made in Hong Kong, so it's stamped on his foot. Stamped down there really light. I don't think that's going to come in, but it does say Hong Kong on the bottom. And he dates to the 70s. They did produce these late 60s into the 70s, as far as I know. And there's a few different variations of the face and the orange that the pumpkin is. He measures 4¼ inches tall. I think he's pretty cool. For candy containers, the Rosbros, the Knickerbockers, the hard plastic candy containers command like a super high dollar. But these guys, I just don't run across these. I used to see these more often. Actually, I remember getting candy containers similar to this, not exactly the style in the 80s, but I just don't see a lot of those around anymore. But I will bring him back. We will do a recap at the end. All right, next in line, let's see. I do have a bit of jewelry tonight. And this is also going to start at 16, so I'll just leave that on up there. This is super cool. Now, I could not identify a manufacturer for this. All right, so it is a necklace, okay, and it is on a nice long chain. All right, so the chain itself is a 24-inch chain with a 12-inch drop on it. All right, and then this really awesome owl. Let's see if he is going to focus for me. So he is kind of a goldy tone. There we go. He's a goldy tone, all right, and his belly is velvet. It's black velvet for the tummy, and he's awesome. And then he's got these big old rhinestone eyes, and there is a stamping on the back. I could not make it out. I tried my darndest. I even used the magnifying glass, but there is a stamp back here on the back. It's not Sarah Coventry. It is a little bit, it's stamped right down here. It's not Sarah Coventry. I just can't make it out. It's not that well stamped. Sarah Coventry did do an owl pendant, but it doesn't look like this, and she didn't have rhinestone eyes. I know what you're talking about, but it's not. All right, now you can see how highly detailed. So we have feathers for the wings and those big old rhinestones there. And then he even has feet on a little branch and his little tail hanging down. But his tummy is just a big old chunk of black velvet, which I thought is perfect. This is a perfect Halloween and fall brooch. And I think if you need something for a costume, this would be like the perfect thing. It's in good condition. I don't see like really any issues to it. The clasp here is in good working condition. It's just a lobster claw. I'm gonna start saying my belly is velvety. Hey, you know, I like that too, Beth. I'd like that too. All right, so the pendant is 3 inches. So this is a 3-inch owl, and then with the necklace being that long, I don't know. These are hard for me to do myself. So I'm trying to see where it would sit. So me wearing it kind of sits right there. So it's got a good length to it. If I didn't have a witch hat on, I'm sure that it would probably fit over my head instead of doing the clasp. But the clasp is good condition. Okay, I see Miss Ashley is in at 16. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 17 or more. I am going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. All right, Ashley, I see her just in case. And there is Karen's bid end. All right, Ashley, you didn't need it. It's coming to you. Hooty hoo. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I do have some fall brooches coming a little bit later. Okay. Let's do. I have a few Nancy and Storybook dolls tonight. And I have 2 that will be coming as a choice later. But we'll start with this one tonight. And if you guys have been watching me any amount of time, you know I like to pair things together, right? It's just, I like to pair things. They just want to live together. And I'll show you what I did to her. Okay, she's going to start at 18. And she's darn cute. I actually bought her months and months and months ago. And I've been saving her. And she is Little Miss Autumn. All right, so she is the 1940s composition. All right, and she is actually Autumn. She is number 92, and she does have jointed legs in addition to her jointed arms, but not a jointed head. All right, and she is dressed in this lovely orange and gold dress with like kind of a light green overlay, and then she has this little leaf in her hair. And I just found over the weekend, and I could not believe this teeny tiny little bag of leaves and the little rake. And I was like, oh my gosh, all the colors just match her perfectly. And they just had to come. So she's into doing yard work. I am not. I am not a fan of doing leaves in the fall. It's like my worst favorite thing ever, because we have at least 4 huge trees that drop leaves, and it takes weeks and weeks and weeks for them to all fall. It's not my favorite thing. I love fall as a season. I just don't like the yard work, but she does. I like yard work. I'll come over and break your leaves for free. So neither one of these are permanent on here. All right. They're just attached to her hand with those clear hair bands. So they can come off. If you want to give her a break from raking the leaves, you can take both of those off of there, but that's how they're attached. And she is stamped Nancy and Storybook Doll here on the back. Does have the safety pin on the back side. And she also, when I found her, came with a stand. All right, so the stand's going to stay with her because that's how I originally found her. She is the 5 1/4 inch tall version. There's lots of variations of Autumn, but I really like that little leaf. And that's kind of, as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh yes, they need to go together. She is appropriately dressed for yard work. Absolutely. She wants to, dress fancy to rake the leaves. Live your life. All right, let's count it down. Dennis is in at 20. We are looking for 21 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Everybody needs an accessory, right? And the other Nancy Ann dolls I have tonight also have accessories. All right, there is a bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Dennis had the high bid at 20, but Miss Gutierrez had a just in case of 52. So Debbie, she is yours for 21. Thank you so much. Yard work girl. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, let me write that down. All right. All right, what are we going to go to next? Oh, okay. Let's see. We're going to go to a fall item next. And it is a squirrel. I love squirrels. I love owls. I like all the fall critters. But I especially like Enesco's fall critters because they did that applied fur. I know this isn't everybody's jam. Not everybody is into the rabbit fur applied pieces, but it just elevates the kitschiness to a different level when the ceramics have that fur applied. Now this is a bank, all right, FYI. So it is not just a giant squirrel, it's a bank. And they did do a couple different colorways for these giant squirrel banks. He has found his acorn and he's really happy to share it. He has pink eyes. So the cold paint on the eyes, nose, mouth, and the acorn look to be in good shape. There's maybe just a little bit of scratching on there, but otherwise good shape. So this is dyed and applied rabbit fur. They did do skunks and bunnies, deer, all sorts of ceramic critters with this applied fur. Now, what I can tell you is the stopper for the bank is missing. All right, the stopper from the bank is missing, and there's a tiny little chip at the bottom of the tail, right there. But when it's like sitting, you can't really see it. But I did want to note that that is there on the bottom. It does have the Enesco foil sticker still there on the bottom. But just that little chip, that's about it with him. No chips on the ears. I'm not sure Usually if there's wear, it's here at the coin slot, but there's not really any wear there. So besides the stopper missing, I'm not sure how often that this guy was actually used as a bank. But he's perfect. I don't know. Squirrels just go along with fall for me. And actually, we don't have brown squirrels here in Marshall. I think maybe I've talked about this before. That Marshall, like the very first time that, like when I moved here, and the next town over is Albion, Michigan. And those are the only two places I'd ever seen all black squirrels. All black squirrels, no gray, no brown. Once in a while, there'll be an albino squirrel, which is kind of creepy because it has red eyes, like an all white squirrel. And sometimes there's a black squirrel with like a white tip on its tail. It kind of looks like a skunk. But we don't have brown squirrels here. We don't have brown squirrels or gray squirrels here in Marshall, which is kind of weird. But I do enjoy the squirrel friends. We'll bring him back. Bring him back. Okay. Yes. Not very often. I've only seen 2 since I've lived here in Marshall, albino squirrels. But yeah, there are. They're all white and they have red eyes, just like albino rabbits. Very similar to that. Yeah, they're kind of not my favorite. They're kind of on the creepy side, truth be told. Okay. Let's see. What do we have next? Okay, we have, I do have a couple Halloween magazines tonight, so I'll do one of those next. Hey, Joe, good to see you, and Mary. All right, and Leslie, welcome in. Okay, so I love these children's magazines. I just like the graphics usually that are on these. This one, and this is more of like a teen magazine as opposed to the other ones that I have tonight, which are more geared for younger children. But I strictly picked this one up because of the awesome cover graphics on it. There is one Halloween thing on the inside, but for the most part, it has kind of like things that you would typically see in a teen magazine. And I'll show you some of it. But it's Calling All Girls, Comics, Stories, Things to Do, October 1962. But I absolutely love the cover art on this. We've got She's All About It, and she's got a wiener dog riding on her broom with a cat mask. You know, I can't get much better than that. And that is the section in here that is Halloween related, is make your own Halloween costume. All right, so it has, here's the back. Make money and get prizes with fast selling 50 cents Christmas packs. So a little ad here on the back side. There's like letters to the editor. There's drawings that people sent in. There's stories, that sort of thing that's in here. You'll love the smart, useful locker vanity for your school locker or closet. So this one is more geared toward teens, I believe. Did anybody actually in the chat get this magazine? We've got Tizzy's. Tizzy's Class Gives a Play. So there's comics in here. There's comics in here. We've got Meet Michael Callahan, who danced his way to stardom. Hubba hubba. But anyway, there's recipes, there's like crafts, there's other articles in here, there's stories you could read, obviously. Happy gifts for a Merry Christmas. So it has like an order form in here to order some more magazines on the inside, but I'll show you the Halloween section that's in here, which is all about making your own Halloween costumes. So here's a secret just for you. What is that? Junior Sales Division. That's like to order the magazine. All right, Halloween Hocus Pocus. All right, and it says, be the belle of the ball in a costume you make yourself. The time has come to start thinking about Halloween. Perhaps you've already been invited to a party. Perhaps you're planning to give one. In either case, you'll want to wear a costume that will be original and attractive, and maybe even a little gruesome. But like most of us, our allowance won't stretch indefinitely, and you hate to ask mom to buy you a costume that you only wear once. Well, here's the answer. Make your own. The following costumes probably won't cost you a cent, They'll all involve items that you can easily find around your house. Just decide what you want to be on October 31st. A dancing gypsy, a fierce pirate, a spooky ghost, an old hag, a flirtatious flapper, or a mad Martian. The directions for making these costumes are all here. You can use them as is or can dream up your own ideas and create a truly original costume for Halloween. I don't know. I love to see these things. All right, so here's the first two. So we got Georgia the Gypsy and her tambourine. And then we've got the Martian, Millie the Martian. She kind of looks like a David Bowie groupie to me with that sweater she's got on. This is funny. All right, and then we've got Peggy the Pirate and Gladys the Ghost. Peggy the Pirate and Gladys the Ghost. So good. All right, and then we've got Willa the Witch and Flossie the Flapper. Willa the Witch. She doesn't really have like much of a witch hat going on. I'm not sure what's going on there. Flossie the Flapper. And then, oh, that was it. That was it. Drawings by Loring Udemy. Anyways, so there's other things that are in here too, some other comics. There's a little bit of fashion going on here in the backside. So anyway, I liked the cover. That is really why I bought it. Not for anything on the inside, but I like the inside as well. But we'll bring that back. Okay. Let's see. All right, we're gonna go to some handmade. I do have some handmade things tonight. And oh, Janine, hang on. Hang on. Okay, I see you. All right, let's count it down. We're looking for 17 or more. Sorry, the lag. I got to give it a moment. I'm sorry, you guys, for the lag. Okay, let's count it down. 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But then she did. She looked like a David Bowie groupie. What can I say? Where'd she go? Yeah, get her. Right? Isn't it David Bowie's like signature is the Thunderbolt? Okay, there's the bid end from Karen. Lisa, unfortunately, your 17 did come in after the bid end. I see that on both of my devices. So Janine, it is coming to you. Thank you so much. Right, Janine. All right. Right now, we will go to, hey, Nan, good to see you. All right, this is going to be a handmade, and it is going to be a choice. And I just got these done. These were not in my original preview. If you guys check out the previews, sometimes things don't make it in the preview. I literally finished these today, so they didn't make it in my original preview, but I did post a picture of them on Instagram. All right, so I have a choice of my handmade hanky lady cards. All right, I have been making these 2006, a long time. You do the math on that one, a really long time. I have been making these. So I did 3 of them tonight, all fall inspired hankies. So each one features an original illustration that I did way back in the day, and then I make copies of my original illustration on cardstock, and then I hand color each one to match the vintage hanky. And it says, a pretty hanky to use as you please, just for fun or to cover a sneeze. It is also signed and dated on the back. And the hanky is meant to come off. So this could be something that you give as a gift, or if you actually want to use it yourself. Excuse me. And I have included a card here, and it also comes with an envelope. So you can send this in the mail, but the envelope itself is considered oversized than a standard envelope. So it does require a little bit extra postage to mail this, but you can mail it. That's why I include the envelope with it. Historical Buff, welcome in. I see you. Thank you so much. All right, so this is going to be number 1. We'll just start with her. She's the blondie. All right, and her hanky is kind of goldy tones and browns. There's a little bit of green in here, so that's kind of the colors that I pulled out of this one. All right, and each of the envelopes are 11.5 by 5. 11.5 by 5 is what the envelope is. Choice number 2 is going to be, I'll call this one red. And I love to look for different pattern vintage hankies. This is just a way for me to share because I love linens, I love hankies, tablecloths, all that stuff. So this was back in the day an easy way for me to repurpose these. And the colors in this one are red and kind of a golden yellow, and then a little bit lighter yellow. So this one I'm calling red on that one. And then the last one we'll call brown. And the background of this one is black. Actually, the background of this one is a black. It looks kind of, on screen, it looks navy blue, but it's black on the background, and different shades of brown, a little bit of gold in there for the leaves. But I picked all these tonight because I really like the fall leaves for all of these and how they are cut. They all have like a different shape. These aren't like your typical square hankies. They all have some sort of different special edging on them as well. So they do all have undies on under their dresses, FYI. They're not just a stark when you take that, take the hanky off, you get a surprise. No, they have an undershorts and a tank top underneath their dresses. So they are fully clothed under there when you take the hankies and dresses off. All right. Wings, I see at 18. Thank you so much. This is for choice. So we'll claim by color. We're going to call this one blonde, red, or brown. Okay. And let's count them down. 19 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. See your just in case wings. All right, and there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, wings, I saw you just in case, but you didn't need it. Let me know if you want blonde, red, or brown, or a combination. And then second pick is going to go to historical buff if wings does not take all three. Red, please. Red, please. You got it. All right, wings is taking the red one. Thank you, thank you. All right, so historical buff, if you would like either one of these two, the blonde or the brown, you can let me know. And no obligation, you can pass if you were after the red one. All right. Parmesan's still sleeping away up there. All right. A sleeping parm is a good parm. I assure you. I know you guys want to see him, but blonde and brown. All right, taking them both. You got it. Thank you so much. Historical buff, I don't think that you have purchased from me before. If you have, and I'm forgetting, I apologize, but I think that you're a new friend, so thank you so much. Do make sure and email me your email and your shipping address so I can get you invoiced on Friday. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's see. Write that down. Thank you guys for being here with me tonight. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. What do we have next? I have a Halloween item next. And it's going to start at 16. Let's see. Okay. Now, I have collected pumpkin buckets and the tabletop blow molds for quite a long time. I have sold some of my collections, but I do know that these smaller ones, this little bitty size ones, are not easier to find. Usually it's the larger sizes that are most common rather than these small ones. And I like this size, especially if you don't have room for one of the big ones. And these are a good candidate. I wish I had one. I used to have one up here. Probably Parmesan did something with it. An electric, just a little battery operated tea light. Pop it in there, and then it's an instant like little light. Now this is made by Bayshore, and it does date to the 70s. So it does have the metal rivets here on the side, which if you're ever out and about and you're wondering, like, you know, is this pumpkin bucket an old one or one that's not very old? Metal rivets is a good telltale sign that you got one at least from the 60s. So, and some into the 70s. Usually after the 80s, like the late 70s, they stopped doing the metal rivets and switched to plastic. And it does have its original handle. Sometimes these can get broken and are totally missing. Bayshore usually didn't mark their pieces. They didn't mark their bowl molds. So there's no marking on him. But because I have collected these, I actually have 3 other different sizes of this Bayshore in my personal collection. He does have a little bit of paint wear on the one eye there, but otherwise he's in good condition. And just plain, some of the other pumpkin buckets you'll see will have like images on the backside. He is just plain. All right, so he is 5 by 8. So he is 5 inches, which is a harder to find size. I would say there's a lot smaller, like nut cups, Dusty Moose. There's nut cup ones that Bayshore made as well. And then it's 8 inches to the top of the handle. All right, it is. It's difficult to find. All right. And Paula, I see you at 16. Thank you so much. We're going to count it down, looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Marysville, Kansas has only black squirrels, which is unusual for Kansas. Most of ours are brown. The town of Marysville has adopted them as their town mascot. Oh, that's so cute. A squirrel for mascot. I love that. I love that. Okay, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Paula, pumpkin is coming to you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Paula. Okay. We're going to do some Halloween postcards, which I love Halloween postcards. I have got some good ones this year, and I have more. I have more for upcoming sales, but I thought I would bring 2 tonight because they're both black cat related. I like witch ones, and I like black cats, but I'm not super picky when it comes to Halloween postcards. So this is going to be a choice round. And it's going to start at 25. And I have 2, and these are antique. These are antique Halloween postcards. Now, neither one of them has a postmark. One has writing, one does not. One's made in Germany, and one is not. But we'll start with this one. I like them equally as much. This is the first one. All right, and this one features the black cat sitting in the tree talking to the owl. I did get this one at the Midwest Holiday Antique Show. There is a vendor there that has 6 6-foot tables full of nothing but Halloween postcards. It's unbelievable. So trying to pick out a 1 or 2 is very difficult. Very difficult. Oh, I forgot to put choice in there. I'm sorry. I forgot. We'll type it back in again. All right, there we go. Okay. We'll get back to that. Okay, so it says, a happy Halloween. Beware, take care, for ghosts are seen on Halloween. And relatively good condition. There's not any bending. It's a little embossed on the black cat. You can see he's a little embossed from the rest of the card. And this one is a Whitney made postcard. It's stamped there very tiny in the center. It says Halloween greetings to Angie from Annie. Although that looks like my name, but I'm pretty sure that says Annie. So no postmark on this one. All right, so this one was gifted, but not ever sent in the mail. All right, and the other one, which is equally as cool. Now this one is the one that's made in Germany. All right, this one does have just a little bit of wear to the corners, but this one is fantastic. So this one is embossed as well. So the entire surface, so the pumpkins, the broom, the black cat, that is all embossed there. And it says, for ways that are dark and tricks that are vain, watch out. And there is a little bit of wear, a couple spots here, because these are raised. They were tend to get a little bit more raised than the rest of the card. And this one does not have any writing or postmarks on the backside, but then you can see the embossing on the back, and it does say printed in Germany here on the backside. So both of these are equally as cool, and I do have more Halloween postcards coming to other sales as well. So those are your two choices. Both are standard postcard size. So if you do frame these, you can find postcard frames to protect them. All right. I see Ginger and Wings and Janine all in there. Thank you, ladies, so much. So we're looking for 27 or more on choice, either the black cat or owl, or the black cat and pumpkins. Let's count it down. Now would be the time to put in any just in cases. Ginger's at 27, so we're looking for 28 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. So how we'll claim these, we'll do this one as owl. This is the one with the writing on the back. And this one we'll do cat. Okay. All right. I see Janine in there with a just in case, and Wings also with a just in case. And there is Karen's bid end. So Janine had a just in case of 37. Wings had a just in case of 45. So Wings for 38. Let me know if you would like owl or cat. You certainly can take both if you would like. And Janine's going to be second on deck, and then Ginger. If Janine passes, it will come back to you. Pumpkin cat. Pumpkin cat. You got it. Thank you, Wings. Okay. That was okay. And Janine, if you are interested in the cat and the owl, let me know. And if Janine passes, Ginger, you are on deck. Oh, she says, yes, please. You got it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Love those. Love, love. It's always exciting to find Halloween postcards. It is for me, at least. Okay. What do we have next? All right. This is going to be a higher start item, you guys. It's not easy to find, and I've never run across one in the wild. There are some on eBay, but they're probably a little bit more than mine's going to be. But I thought I'd offer him anyway. Hey, Quail. Hey, good to see you, lady. Thanks for popping in. All right, so he does have a higher start price, and he is going to start at $75. He is actually worth a bit more than that, but I thought I'd bring him tonight anyway because he's awesome. This is not the kind of thing that I want to craft with because of how hard this is to find. And this is a pumpkin scarecrow knee hugger. So like a knee hugger pixie or elf, but he's a little pumpkin man, and he is a knee hugger. Now he does have, and it's just bent over, he does have a little felty owl that is attached to the back of his hat. All right, so it's just kind of bent over, probably how he was stored forever, but he is really nice condition on him. What I can tell you about him, he's actually called a huggle Huggle, by Fun World. Fun World did a lot of plush animals and pose doll kind of things, mainly for holidays. They did a lot of Easter things, Fun World did. They also did a lot of Christmas things, but they did dabble in some fall and Halloween as well. So he is so he's got, it's kind of like blow mold plastic for his face. And they did do a couple variations of this. There is one with a much simpler face. This one is harder to find than that one because of the eyes. He does have blue and white painted eyes, all right, on there, good shape, and his nose and mouth, a little tiny bow. His little britches have been patched up, and that's okay. We're gonna, oh, time for a stretch. Oh man, he's been that way for a good long time, I imagine. Always good to stretch out those knee huggers every once in a while, just to make him feel a little bit better. And then he's got a little burlap hat with orange felt and another little patch up there, and then his little owl friend peeking out back there, and then a coated wire hanger so he could hang. If you put up a Christmas, or not a Christmas, a Halloween tree, he can be an ornament. Now he would have had he would not have had a like paper label here on it that a lot of the times we see for the knee huggers. He came with actually like a paper hang tag that said Fun World Huggles on it, but no other marking. So if that tag was there, then you wouldn't really know. But I've never run across one of these before, so that was exciting. Fall Halloween little bucket list thing to find one of these. He measures 5 3/4 inches tall. Yes, he does. He needs a he needs a chiropractor and yoga to feel a little bit better. But I think he's in excellent condition. Janine, I see it. Thank you so much. He's awesome. Let's count him down. We're looking for 76 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Jason, you've never seen one of these? Wow. All right. Janine, I see you're just in case. And there's Karen's bid end. All right, Janine, he's coming to you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. I'm not sure I'd ever come across another one of those. And what is still remaining on my Halloween bucket list to find is a Kamar Devil knee hugger. I have never run across one of those either. Never, never. All right. 11. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. This is different. And I have been making molded chocolate candy pretty much my entire life. I think I learned how to do it when I was like 6 or 7 years old, around that time period, from my grandmother. Now, I inherited all of my grandmother's candy molds for every single holiday. And I do have some Halloween ones of hers from the 70s that I do still use. I still make candies at Halloween time, Christmas, Easter, Valentine's. I have all those things. But they're all plastic. All right. And this one is metal, which I think is super cool. So you are going to get, let me type the start in there. You are going to get the Flower Frog as well, in addition to the witch candy mold. So it is for the pair because the bottom of the witch mold is not flat. All right. So she cannot, you know, kind of stand on her own, if you will. And I can also tell you that there's a black cat that matches this. And this is super cool. This is also from the 70s, right before they switched to doing plastic. So anything before that is going to be metal, similar to like German chocolate Easter bunny, Santa molds, that sort of thing. And this one is the witch. So yes, there is a black cat, like a scaredy cat, if you will, that matches with her. I just found her on her own. And this is how it would have originally come in like a cardboard package, like kind of vacuum form sealed. That's how these were actually manufactured. So they were never cut straight. I've seen these before, but I've never had, like, you know, been able to purchase one. But you can see down here at the bottom, that little notch right there, that is where you would place in a sucker stick. Okay, so and that is exactly how the plastic molds are. You fill it with chocolate and kind of level it out, and then you slide in your stick until the chocolate hardens, and then you got yourself a witch sucker. So I like these kind of things just because they're kind of sentimental to me. But you're also going to get the little mini flower frog, just so you can easily display her. Of course, you can use the flower frog for other things. You know, you could stick a little piece of something Halloween ephemera in there. Oh, well, hey, Stacy, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You can stick something else in there if you want, maybe build the back up with some other Halloween goodies, if you will. But you're going to get the pair together. So the candy mold is 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. Okay. So I see Janine is in at 19. I also see Heather was in at 18. So we are looking for 20 or more on the pairing. And I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hello, Timmy. Speaking of Halloween postcards, Timmy has an amazing Halloween postcard collection. And Santa's as well. All right, and there is the bid end from Karen. All right, so Timmy had the high bid at 20. Janine had it just in case of 25. So Janine, it's yours for 21. Thank you so much. All right, I'll write that down. Okay, let's go to some kitsch for the next round. And it is a sugar bowl. And it is made by Norcrest. Now, I know if you guys hop over to Fantastic Finds tomorrow night with Jason, Jason has a coordinating piece to this tomorrow night. He has some Norcrest owls on a branch, and it matches, matchy. But I have the sugar bowl tonight, and I don't run across these pieces. I used to run across. It's the shakers I find most often. There is a whole kitchen line of these, but there's also planters and figurines that Norcrest did. Norcrest also did lots of different kinds of birds. They did bluebirds and red birds and yellow birds, but I do really enjoy the owls. And this is the sugar bowl. We're going to look at each piece individually here. And first off is the little lid here. And it's just the cutest little owl. I love how they designed this. They did kind of like flower petals for the eyes. I just really like that. And he's sitting on a teeny little branch with berries on the end. So there are no flea bites on the lid of the little owl. We'll turn it over. That is just a marking on there. I think that was paint, and it is glazed over, so that's not going to come off, but it is on the underside of the little lid. Hey, Terry, thank you so much, and Nikki as well. So that is the lid, and that it does have its original spoon, which typically for these mid-century kitchen pieces, the original spoons are never in there, but this one has its original spoon. Even in all of my like Wink and Kitty, Miss Priss, all that, I don't have any original spoons with mine. And no foil sticker on the bottom anymore. So it's just plain on there. I'm searching for tiny flea bites. I feel a teeny tiny one right here in the back. I don't know. It's kind of right there, but that's about it. I'm not really even seeing much grazing on the glaze, but the bottom is a little tree trunk. Dana, I see it. Thank you so much. The bottom part is a little tree trunk. And we've got little acorns and leaves, little notches in the tree. I really like how they molded this. It's very, very cute. And then it has the notch for the little spoon, and the spoon is plastic to just rest in there. So your lid can go on there nice and snug. All right, so there he is. He is 5 inches tall and about 3 inches wide. Okay. Thank you so much, Melanie. I did not make this one. I didn't make this one. I have made some other ones, but not this one. All right, so Nikki's in at 30. So we're looking for 31 or more on the Norcrest Owl Sugar Bowl. And I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hooty hoo, bid end. I did make one for Kim last year. I did make a witchy hat for Kim. All right. I'll have to post a picture of that. All right. There is bid end from Karen. All right. Looks like Terry had a just in case of 35. Dana had a just in case of 37. But Nikki had a just in case of 45. So Nikki, it's yours for 38. Thank you so much. All right. All right. I think I'm going to do my highest start item of the sale next. I don't know if I have the people here tonight for him, but I thought I would bring him anyway because he just says fall and Halloween to me. So I'm going to bring my Steiff owl next, and he's large. He's a large one, and he is going to start at $85. He is also worth quite a bit more than that, but I'll talk about him. Okay, so first and foremost, this is Witty, Wittie, Witty the owl, and he is mohair. He is Steiff. All right, first off, on his wing, his little silver button Steiff tag. There's two tiny little holes right here in the felt. That's where the little button tag would have been attached. I did take this I took this with me to the Northern Ohio Doll and Bear Show. Usually there is several Steiff dealers there. I had some questions, so I brought him along, and I did have a lengthy conversation with a Steiff dealer. He even has a Steiff book and everything, and he was able to tell me a little bit more about him. All right, so he is 9 inches. So he's 9 inches from the bottom of his tail, which has wire armature in it, so that helps him sit. All right. He has also wire armature in his feet, and so the top of his head is 9 inches. Now he also has a swivel head. All right, so he does have a posable head, so you can change his pose if you would like. All right, and he has a vinyl beak. And what the dealer could tell me was that prior to the 1965, they used rubber in the beak. All right. And then they switched to vinyl. A lot of the earlier Steiff that they did rubber on just kind of hardens and deteriorates. A lot of time, like the squeak toys that harden and kind of get very brittle. So that's why they switched to doing vinyl. So he does have a vinyl nose. All right. And this is something that he could not tell me about, and it was something I didn't know either. He also squeaks. So he has a squeaker mechanism here in the back. So it's a round circle, and then you compress it. And he did tell me that there were a couple other Steiff, so mostly bears, larger bears had squeakers in them, but he couldn't even find this in his Steiff book that identify a squeaker. And I couldn't find any online that identified a squeaker either. So I really don't know. And also, typically the squeakers would be rubber as well. So they also harden. I've had other plush. Rushton did squeakers. Knickerbocker did squeakers. And they all sometimes harden and then crumble on the inside. So the fact that that still works is pretty darn amazing. Nikki, I see you. Thank you so much. And the other cool thing, which I'm not sure I'm going to get to show you, but I'll try and show you anyway. His eyes glow in the dark. So I'm going to hit it with the black light for a little bit. The earlier versions did not have glowy eyes, but they did switch to that. So I don't know if that's going to work, but the eyes glow in the dark too. So Also fun little Halloween element, glow in the dark eyes. But he's in excellent condition. And he told me that the button, they just did the small button here for a couple of years. So he came to the determination that he's mid 60s on him. And his mohair is really lovely. There's no holes. He's just in excellent condition. He's super soft. And I love how they did all the little feathers and details on him. And he has little tufts. I think these are called ears. I don't know owl anatomy, but I think that those are called ears. But this one is just kind of like, this one stands up a little bit more than this one does. But otherwise, he's just awesome. He does stand on his own. Janine, I see you as well. Thank you so much. A 1, a 2, a 3, crunch. Yes. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. Yes, he stands on his own as well because of that wire armature in his feet and tails. He's awesome. I don't get to bring Steiff to sales very often. I do have a small Steiff collection myself. I collect the little bitty ones. But anyways, let's count him down. Thank you guys so much for listening to my Steiff talk about Mr. Whitty the Owl. They did make him in several different sizes as well, besides this 9-inch one. But I really like that you can pose him and do what you want with him. All right, Nikki, I see at 91. We are looking for ear tufts, are called plumicorns. That's a new name for me. That's a new one, Leslie. Thank you for dropping the knowledge. All right, Janine's in at 95. We're looking for 96 or more. Let's count Whitty down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hooty hoo. Bid end. Yeah, if I could shut off all 8 of my lights, you could see how cool his glow-in-the-dark eyes are, but I can't do that. So I'm just glad I got to show him because he's awesome. All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so it looks like Janine had a just in case of 102, but Nikki had a just in case of 125. Nikki, Whitty is coming to you for 103. Thank you so very much. He's going to go to a good home. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Let's go to, I said earlier, I had some other Nancy and Storybook dolls. So we're going to do those next. And it's going to be a choice. And it's going to start at 18. All right. And these gals, like the autumn gal I showed earlier, have an accessory because I can't help myself. All right. Now, they look like they want to be the same. All right. But they are not. And I will tell you why. Okay. So we have what look to be witchy sisters. All right. And they are from the month series. Both of them are from the month series, but they're totally different. Okay, so we will start with the yellow one. And I have added on these brooms, like I did the rake and the bag of leaves with the one earlier. The little broom, I just found these over the weekend. So again, I was like, they need an accessory. So these were new old stock brooms I got over the weekend at the antique market. So they are just attached to their hands with the little clear hairband. They can easily come off of there, so they're not permanent. All right, so this one here in the yellow, so it's a butter yellow dress with black lace and pointy black felt hat with the yellow trim. She does have safety pins on the back side. All right, she is frozen body, and she is number 196 October. So she is actually October, and all of the variations for October, there's some that still have pointy hats, but then they switch to a totally different style, which doesn't really make sense. They look more springy to me than October does. But she is in good condition, and both of these are 6 1/4 inches tall. Okay, so that is the first choice, Miss October. And then the other one, all right, which you would think would be another variation of October, but she is not. She is actually January. She's January, but she looks pretty darn close with her pointy hat and everything. She looks more witchy to me than the October one does. She is actually, this is actually red. It's kind of more of like that tomatoey, like red orange combination. And then black accents. She also has the pointy felt hat with ribbon as well, but she is January, number 187. But you would think that she is, I don't know. I don't know why she's January, because a lot of the other January variations don't look like this either. So that's an interesting choice that they did for that variation. But I said they just need to be witchy sisters. That's it. And they both have, both are in good shape. Both have kind of like the reddish colored hair. Both are frozen body, 6.25 inches tall, and both coming with brooms. So this is for choice. Dennis is in at 19, so we're looking for 20 or more. So choice will be on yellow or red. It is red, although it looks, it kind of wants to be orange, but it's red. All right, let's count it down. Looking for 20 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good end. She also has safety pin on the back. I didn't show that. She is not. Neither one of them are having it. Neither one, Melanie. All right. There is a just in case there from Debbie. And there's Karen's bid end. Thank you for the bid end there, Karen. And thank you, Kim, for helping out too. All right. So Dennis had the high bid at 19. Debbie has a just in case. So Debbie for 20, red or yellow. But I think I already know. But you let me know, Debbie. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for hanging with me tonight. Just have a few more rounds left. I do have a couple things to recap too. Debbie, what happened to you? She wants both. Okay. Just checking. All right, you got it. Thank you so much, Debbie. The Witchy sisters are staying together. Oh, Parmesan is awake. Parmesan's awake from his nap. All right. Debbie. All right. Okay, I have another handmade item for my next round. And I love making these. I will be making more, but I had to make one for the sale because I love doing these arrangements. They're some of my favorite fall crafts to do. I've also been making these for a number of years as well. So this is one of my nut tin arrangements. So everything that you are seeing on here is vintage. So the base of it, always. I look for these all year long. Different variations are these vintage nut tins. So similar to the Butter Bits tins, the Mrs. Leland's Butter Bits tins that I also like to craft with, or vintage coffee cans. But I love these nut tins because I love the graphics. Can't you just taste that? You can taste the saltiness. I just love when they have like a real photograph for the back of these. So this is the Buster brand salted mixed nuts. Sometimes it says where these are manufactured. Packed by Peanut Products Company Division, Indianapolis, Des Moines, Des Moines, Iowa, and Cranford, New Jersey is there. Okay, so then perched up front and center is a squirrel. What else would I put on a nut tin? And this is a little vintage flocked squirrel. He is not a bank. He's just a little flocked squirrel. And then I've covered the top of it. So this is vintage tinsel that goes around the top, and vintage plastic flowers, little tiny leaves. A lot of these things came off of like vintage candle rings, vintage floral things, that sort of thing. So a little vintage pumpkin and a peanut, some little acorns, a walnut, flocked leaves. There's a couple of bigger flocked leaves that are in there. And then a whole bunch of little tiny leaves in different colors, another plastic flower, a couple other vintage nuts. There's another flocked leaf on the back side, and another acorn for good measure. I have signed this one on the bottom this time instead of not interfering with the cool nutty graphic there on the back side. But I just love these. I do make them in different sizes, so I will have probably another one in this size, but I also have some smaller ones that I'll probably do as well. Measurement for this, you say nut, and magically Dusty Moose pops in the chat. Imagine that. All right. This measure is 7.5 inches tall to the top of the squirrel's tail up there, and then about 5.5. If there's anything hanging off of the tin, that's kind of where I get the measurement from. Okay. So I see Dana's in at 40. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 41 or more. I'm going to count squirrel friend down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, looks like Caroline got her 41 in right before Karen's bid end. So Caroline, congratulations. Nutty friend is coming to you. Thank you, thank you. Right. Oh, he went back to sleep. He woke up and stretched, and he just needed adjusting. He went back to sleep. Back to snoozing. Okay. All right, I do have some jewelry. I have some brooches. I think I mentioned that earlier. So I have 2 to choose from on my next round. All right. Now I do love Christmas, you guys. You guys should know this by now. I'm a Christmas gal, but I do love fall and Halloween. That's like next to it. I don't know, Easter, Halloween, they're kind of tied. I don't know which one is my favorite. I like them both. All right, so this is gonna be a choice. 16. I do have 2 beautiful brooches in both of these say fall to me, and I couldn't decide which one, so that's why I'm bringing them together. All right. So where did my little well, I had them out. Kim's gonna yell at me. I had my little jewelry things out. I don't know where they went. I guess they're not, I don't know where they went. So we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way here. Okay. So the first one I have, and these are both 2 inches in diameter. All right, both the 2 inches in diameter. This is the first one, and it is kind of in like a gray. I like that, like a smoky gray. Let's see. There we go. So smoky gray, kind of there, mixed in with black, and then Aurora Borealis stones in the center. Yeah, alligator clip. I know, Kim. I had them both out here. I don't know what happened to them. But no missing stones. Everything is prong set. Really nice condition. But I really like the gray. It's totally different. And then the back is the Y back setting. It's just kind of like upside down of how I want to show it. Y back setting on the back side. So safety clasp, good working condition. No markings, but some of the stones do have that open back to let a little bit more light through to show through the stones. But that is the first one in the black, grays, and then AB stones. I think those are just white. Yeah, those are just white rhinestones that are in the center with the AB on it. Okay, that is choice number 1. Choice number 2, which I also really like, is more of a like goldy tone. Here we go. Like it's not like bright yellow. It's more of like a like a I don't know how to say that. I don't know. It's kind of more like a muted yellow. It's not bright. It's showing a little bit brighter on screen than it actually is, but it kind of reminds me of a sunflower a little bit. But I also like that this one is mixed with the gray, the darker gray rhinestones in there as well. This one does not have any Aurora Borealis in there. It's just colored stones. These are also, boy, it's hard to see. These are also all prong set. I can't quite tell if the little, well, the ones in the very center are not, but I can't tell about this inner ring here if they are or not. If they are, it's very, very tiny, very tiny prongs if they're air. This one also has a safety clasp on the back, goldy tone kind of puddling there on the back side. No markings on this one either. Also 2 inches in diameter. All right. I don't know. I just thought both of these were pretty together. I just don't see a lot of like gray kind of things. This one is a little bit more warmer tone gray, and this one's a little bit more cooler tone gray. You can see kind of the difference there. This one's pulling more like blue gray, and this one is more of the cooler tone gray. All right, let's count it down. This is for choice. Excuse me. We are looking for 19 or more. Hey, Christy. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. This one would be pretty on, like right there, like with a scarf, like the open one. All right. I see Nikki's got a just in case of 22. Wings has got a just in case of 27. And there's Karen's bid end. All right, so Wings for 23. We will call this one black, and we'll call this one yellow. Black or yellow. Or gold. Yellow, please. All right. Wings has taken that one. You got it. Thank you so much. Let's see. All right. So, Nikki, if you would like the black one, let me know. I like this one. She says, yes, please. It could be a fancy monocle, too. Yes, please. You got it. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thanks for hanging with me, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We're going to go to my next magazine. And this one has one of my favorite illustrators on the front of this one. I have talked about her quite a bit recently. This is going to start at 24. And I absolutely love these magazines. Some of my favorite things to find. And this is the Children's Playmate magazine from October 1940. And this one is chock full of Halloween graphics. And it is illustrated by Fern Bissell-Pete. She does some of my favorite witch illustrations. And she did, for many years, she did all the cover and inside art illustrations for Children's Playmate magazine. But this one is cool. I do have some more of these to bring to later sales as well. But I thought I would bring this one tonight. We'll turn it to the back. So this, you can see that there's some ghosties peeking out amongst the illustrations. And this was like how you could order the Playmate magazine. I have marked some things in here. I'm not going to show everything in here, but there is a good bit of Halloween graphics throughout this one. And they typically do, all the other ones that I've picked up as well, have all sorts of, look at the little pixie guy. All right, so I'll show you what I have marked in here, which is not everything. So these have like games and puzzles and plays, typically stories. So there is the Little Green Witch here. So you can see that's also Fern Bissell Pete. And Fern Bissell Pete was a children's book illustrator, but she did do a lot of these things as well. Look at the pixie head. I didn't even see that guy. I didn't even see that originally. But I'll show you what I have marked in here, but I will leave some things unknown. So for Halloween, here's like a party, like, and it will tell you games that you can play and food that you can make, that sort of thing. Crafts. There's all sorts of things. The Ice Cream Witch. Wait, what does that say? Ice Cream Witch. Ball of ice cream with raisin eyes, nose, and mouth. The hat is a cone, plain or chocolate. Oh, so like an ice cream cone for the hat. Goblin faces, rounds of bread spread with pale cream cheese. Slices of stuffed olives form eyes. Pimento pieces make nose and mouth. And sprinkled cheeks with paprika. That's what we're talking about right there. That's funny. And then there's the games that go along with the party on the opposite page. And then typically these include some sort of Halloween like party invitation or card, postcard, that sort of thing. So here's the one that is in this. So it comes with an envelope that you could cut out, and a little place card that you could also cut out. And it always has some sort of colorful story here in the center. That is The Tale of Peter Pig. Halloween fun, funny faces. I haven't even looked through this whole thing, but I did mark a couple things. Oh, it has a couple patterns in here that you could make your own costumes. So wear a Swedish costume or be a pirate. And it shows you the directions on how to cut those out and make them yourself, similar to the first magazine that we saw. And there's always like the section in here where the kids could write in, you know, to the magazine and have it published. There's a whole joke. There's a whole joke section and goody tales. Let's see. Cottage cheese cloves. There's a recipe on that one. And here are some riddles that here in the back side. I love these graphics in here. Everybody, yeah, here's the little mailbox. So the kids could write in and tell stories and send in drawings that they made. Look at that witch head. That's funny. These are great. I don't know. 1940s Halloween is probably my favorite. Oh my gosh, look at the Gibson girl that they drew in there. Yeah, I think 1940s Halloween is pretty good. And here at the back page, like all the puzzles that they have in there, that's all the answers, but cool illustration there. But this I wanted to talk about. We were talking about that catalog I had from Woolworths, and William was telling me the one that he has like dogs that you could get out of the catalog. And this one you could win a free puppy. Win a free puppy. Any boy or girl between 4 and 14 may enter this exciting contest. So first prize is Moppet, a lovable little pedigree Pinkanese like the one shown above, shipped to your home. And then the next 10 prizes, each a 1-year subscription to your favorite magazine, Children's Playmate. So you can either win a Pinkanese or the magazine. I mean, which is the better prize? But yeah, win a dog. I'm sure every parent would be so pleased to know that little Jimmy won a Pinkanese because he entered the contest at Children's Playmate magazine. Anyways, all right, Caroline, I'm coming down for you. There's a lot in there that I didn't show, so I hope you have fun looking at it. All right, let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Kim, I would take the magazine over the Pinkanese as well. Yes, I already have a little fluffy dog. I don't need 2 fluffy dogs. Oh, I know, Jason. I thought that was hilarious. I didn't even see that when I picked this one out, that was there in the back. They always have some contest you can enter. So the fact that you could win a dog, that's really, really interesting. All right, Caroline, congratulations. It's coming to you. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Just a couple more rounds left, you guys. All right. All right. Oh, this is fun. If you guys saw my video from the weekend, you're going to recognize this guy. So this is going to start at 16. And it wouldn't be a Halloween sale without a friendly ghost, right? I could not leave this guy behind. I don't see Casper stuff very much anymore, especially the older Casper stuff. The 90s remake of Casper, I can see that stuff every once in a while. But this is a good old 80s piece. It's from 1986. All right, and it is Casper the Friendly Ghost. They did a whole series of these figurines, doing lots of characters from the show in different poses, holding different things. So he is bisque ceramic, totally bisque ceramic, all fired on paint. So look at his little ghosty butt. Isn't that cute? And he's standing in the grass with his trick-or-treat bucket. He's in good condition. There's no chips on him at all. Here is the bottom marking. I'm not sure that's probably not going to focus. But it says Casper, 1986 Harvey Productions, made in Taiwan. So there's a few different variations of Casper doing different things, and then some of the other characters as well that are out there. But I had to rescue Casper. I don't know how long he'd been in that particular booth, but I had to bring him home with me. He does measure 4.5 inches tall by 3 inches wide. I think the widest part is like the base there at the bottom, but he's definitely happy and friendly. Love Casper. I love the old Casper, and I liked the newer remake as well. And I think they're doing an anniversary showing of that in theaters again. The one with Christina Ricci. I think they're doing something in theaters for it, some anniversary. So I might have to go see that. All right, so I see Dennis and Tippy's got the first 17 in there. So we're looking for 18 or more. Debbie just popped in there with a 20. So we're looking for 21 or more. I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right, Dennis, I see you. Thank you so much. All right, Caroline, I see you are just in case. And there is Karen's bid end. Ghosts are the snowmen of Halloween. Jason, that's a good way to look at it. I've never thought about that before. All right. So Dennis has a just in case of 25. Caroline has just in case of 32. Caroline, it is yours for 26. Thank you so much. All right. Now, sorry if the Casper theme song is stuck in everybody else's head for the remainder of the evening. I apologize. Okay. I know I was singing it all day after I found him too. You can ask Mama Pam. I certainly was. Okay. I have a choice round for next. And this is going to start at $10. And this is also another throwback item. I loved this stuff when I was a kid, personally, and I still like it. And probably a lot of you remember Kitty Cucumber. Who remembers Kitty Cucumber? So many things I had paper-wise was Kitty Cucumber. And so I have these new old stock, basically, sealed, and they're little treat bags with Kitty Cucumber. So I have 3 available. And each of the packages, so these are from 1980 or 1996, excuse me, 1996, made by Shackman. So it's dated down there on the little sticker. But these are little paper like treat sacks. And they feature Kitty Cucumber in her little witchy costume, peeking inside the jack-o'-lantern. We got bats flying in front of the moon. And there's 10 treat bags in each package. 10 in each package. So not as old as some of the other Halloween treat bags that we can find in the packaging. But I actually remember getting these when I would go out trick-or-treating. There was one lady in town, and she always made like little cookies or popcorn balls. And I remember always getting a little cutie treat bag with Kitty Cucumber on it when I was a kid. Like, I so remember these. So there's 10 bags in each of the packaging. They are 5.5 by 4. 5.5 by 4. And as far as I can tell, they're not waxed. I think they are just paper. I don't think, because you know, sometimes the treat bags can have like a waxy coating on them. I think they are just paper. But these would be like cool to like junk journal with, or make like, if you do like little pockets in a scrapbook that you can slip like other paper things in. I mean, I wouldn't feel bad like about crafting with these, you know, paper crafting with these. You could also cut out the image and put it like on a greeting card. But there is quite a lot of them in there, or actually give them out at Halloween. I think either one. I know I don't really know a whole lot of people that do treat bags anymore, but I always remember getting the white paper ones with like the pumpkin face or something, like always treat bags, and it would have like multiple candies in it. And I remember getting rolls of pennies and toothpaste. I remember getting toothpaste and toothbrush from somebody's house like every single year. And apples, like actual apples. I remember that too. We will bring these back. We'll do a recap at the end. All right. Yeah, I used to get like super strange stuff trick-or-treating, that's for sure. All right, this is going to be a pairing for, well, it's not really a pairing. It kind of is, but not really. And this is also a handmade item. All right. And so first off, we have a chenille pumpkin. So this is like, it was a chenille blanket that's been dyed orange and sewn and everything. And then it's got some leaves and some berries. And this brooch is also coming along with it because I don't know. I usually don't pick up brooches if there's a missing stone. So I feel like maybe this happened after I purchased it. And I don't remember it having a missing stone. So it could be that it fell out after the fact. But I'm including it with the pumpkin because it just kind of elevates it a little bit. Makes it a little bit more special anyways. I actually like how it looks on there. And if I make more of these, I might do the same thing. Include a brooch on there. And the stem of the pumpkin is a cinnamon stick. All right, so vintage chenille, and it is nice and soft. You could also use this as a pin cushion if you want to display hat pins, that sort of thing. You could use it for that as well. It is 7.5 inches tall to the top of the stem and about 6 inches wide. Okay, so hey Pam, good to see you. All right, so you are getting the brooch because yes, it has a darn missing stone on it, but I don't think it had that when I bought it. I haven't done the video for this yet, so I have to watch back and see if I am sorely mistaken that I actually purchased it with a missing stone, but usually I don't. Usually I'm better than that. All right, let's count it down. We're looking for 26 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. All right, there is a bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, looks like Pam is my winner at 25. Thank you so much, Pam. Okay. Last 2 rounds, you guys, and then I do have a couple things to recap. All right, my next round is going to start at 10. And this is stinking cute. I don't know. I thought it was cute. This was also something I got from the Midwest Holiday Antique Show. And it's not your typical Halloween postcard, but it is the cutest ever. So it is a postcard. This is also a Shackman from 1922. And it's Benjamin and Emma Bushy Tail. So we've got squirrels. And they got to dress up for Halloween too. So they each have a little Halloween costume. So these are meant to be cut out like paper dolls. And so Benjamin is going to be a little skeleton with his pumpkin bucket. And Emma's going to be a little witch with her pumpkin bucket. And then they also have, looks to be like, I don't know, back to school, maybe little outfits here. So each of them get 2 other little outfits and little things to put up on their head. Oh my gosh. Little things to put up on their head as well. So it is a giant postcard that was never used. Okay. And Emma and Benjamin have come for a visit. Guess if you can, what holiday is it? They have scary costumes, afraid to be seen. That's right. You guessed it. It's Halloween. And then it tells you the directions on how to, cut out the paper dolls and how to put the clothes on. And it's 1992 Shackman stamped there at the bottom. But that is so stinking cute. I can't. Squirrels and Halloween. And they have little under breeches. They're so cute. All right, Renee is in at 10, so we're looking for 11 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. They are so freaking cute, Renee. I agree with you. And I actually got this from the same lady I got one of the Halloween postcards from earlier at the Midwest show. Like both of these things, totally different, but I got them from the same lady. All right, Renee, it's coming to you. Thank you so much. All right, Renee. All right, so last round. And I think I have 3 things to bring back for recap. All right, so my last round is going to be a fall item, and it's a little Annalie mouse. So cute. Now, she's not super old, all right, but I had to bring her tonight since I had some fall stuff. I had to bring her because she was just these mice, these Annalie mice, they get me every time. They're the small ones and they're just so cute. So this one is from 2022. She does have her tag. It's kind of like hidden up underneath her dress, but the tag is there. And she has this giant sunflower. I just loved this. So it's metal, or it's got wire armature in there, so you can bend it a little bit. But look at her little dress. Her little pinafore dress has got little fall leaves on it. And she's got a little orange bow up in her ear. And these, you can also pose these and have her waving, whatever you want to do. And then she's got a long wired tail back there in the back. I just love this. I love this mouse. I love everything about it. And it's very nice and clean. Of course, it's not super old, but I couldn't leave that. I couldn't leave it behind. I had to get it. She does measure 6 inches tall. So it's about 6 inches to the top of the sunflower there and about 4.5 inches wide. All right. So I see Daisy Girl. Hi, Daisy Girl, is in at 12. So we're looking for 13 or more. I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I like the small, tiny ones. I don't know. Jason's giant Easter bunnies are pretty great too. I do like the giant ones, but I like the tiny ones the best. All right, Karen's bid end is in there. Thank you so much, Karen. All right, Daisy girl, you didn't need your just in case. She is coming to you. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. All right, recap time. Recap time. All right, I gotta find my notes here. Recap time. So first we had, I had my, and if you guys are watching on the replay and you want to email me to check if something's still available, you certainly can do that if you didn't catch it live. Karen, I'm going to highlight your recap there. All right, so these are going to be claims. If you want to claim something, just make sure to type in what I tell you plus the price down into the chat. I will give it a moment for the lag. If I don't see anybody else come in, it'll remain a quick claim. If there's two or multiple people trying to claim the same item that come in right away, I will do a quick countdown to break any ties. It will turn right back into a regular bid round. You can use just in case, all of that. Okay. I had my Pumpkin Man candy container. So he is made in Hong Kong. He's stamped down here at the bottom. He is from the 70s. There are a few variations of him, but he originally would come with a little colorful bead candy in there. He was 16, so you can type in Pumpkin 16 if you want to claim him. He does measure 4 1/4 inches tall. So Pumpkin 16 if you want to claim Mr. Candy Container Guy. Hey, Angela, good to see you. Okay, and then I had the Squirrel Bank, I think I had the Enesco, large Enesco Squirrel Bank. He does have the furry tail there at the backside. There is minimal paint wear, so the facial features in the acorn have cold paint, all right, but he does not have, hey, Nate, he does not have the stopper on the bottom, and there is a small chip right there at the bottom of the tail, but when he's sitting, you cannot see it. All right, so the Squirrel Bank by Enesco was 18. So you can type in Squirrel 18. He is 5.5 by 5 if you want to claim him. Squirrel Bank was 18. All right, and then the last thing I just showed were the kitty cucumber treat bags. The kitty cucumber treat bags, those were 10 each if you want to claim, and there's 10 bags in each package. New old stock from 1996, right? Is that what I said? 1996, yes. So you can put in bag 10. Bag 10 if you want to claim one of those, and I do have up to 3 available. All right. I think that's it. I think I got through everything. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate you all so much. Even if you didn't bid anything, I just appreciate you guys hanging out, keeping me company tonight. It's always weird doing a solo sale because I don't have anybody to talk to, especially if Parmesan, oh, he's gone. He hightailed it out of here. I don't have anybody up here with me except for my kitschy critters. That's it. So thank you guys. And thank you, Karen and Kim, for helping me out in the chat tonight. I appreciate you ladies so much. And reminder, if anybody wants a Halloween Meow Meow sticker added on to your order, or if you just want a sticker, you can always let me know in your email. They're $4 if you want to add on a sticker. And I did mention already at the beginning, if you weren't here, that tomorrow night here on my channel, Fantastic Finds as always, Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern with Jason and Mother Tucker's Antiques. And invoicing will happen on Friday this week. So if you purchased anything tonight and you do purchase anything tomorrow, I'm happy to combine ship this week as long as it's safe to do so. I don't mind that. So thank you all for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And we'll see you back here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. Thank you guys so much. Good night. Bye.